So right now we're gonna prep the underbody for reinforcement. Reinforcement paint here. This is gonna be for the trailing arm pocket. It's gonna fit right in there. So this will just help out to prevent these from ripping out, because that's a common issue. As well as this, as you can see, this one already actually ripped out. So we're gonna actually repair and then reinforce that as well. So here, we'll probably just hit it with the grinder wheel, wire wheel. There's not that much gunk here, so it'll be easy. Over here, as you can see, we hit it a little bit so you can show all this excess gunk that it comes from the factory. So we're gonna use actually a stripper all around this area so you can come off a little easier. And then after that, hit it with the wire wheel, clean it up real good, and reinforce everything. So by the time we're done with this, we'll show you before, after, and during the process. We're gonna get this good, real good. So right now we're just gonna support the engine from up top using this. So you can see engine support bar, Harbor Freight. Gonna hook this. All BMWs come with this hook. So put this in there. Bam. Then there, like so. Followed by this. And then from here, we're just gonna pull the engine up, maybe half an inch. Not gonna move it much, because we're just gonna drop the subframe, replace it. We're gonna fix the oil pan leak while we're there. You can see it's already picking up the engine just a bit, and that's all we want. Now we can pick it up, leave it in the air, do what we gotta do in the bottom, and get it done. Let go. Alright, so now that we have the engine supported from up top, now it's time to remove the whole subframe. We're going to drop the rack with the subframe attached. I already removed the lines that go to the rack and pinion. And then I'm going to lower it just a bit more so I can get the coupler and then fully drop it from there. So I'm going to start with the tie rod ends, then the ball joints on the control arms, and also the bushing. And then it should drop pretty easy. Let's do it. Alright, now that we got the subframe out, we're gonna go ahead and reseal the oil pan, just because we are gonna put a brand new one and we don't want it leaking all over it. And then probably take care of a couple other things. We're gonna replace the motor mounts with our polys. We're gonna put on our poly trans bushings as well. Change out the lollipops for our poly as well. So, alright, let's get that done. Alright, so these are the far rear oil pan bolts. The shorter ones go on inside the holes. The longer ones gonna be on the outside, there and there. Just one thing to take note. Can't mix that up though. Alright, time to go poop. You got that?
This color for the car. This looks like shit.
Oh, that's mine.
This looks like shit. Nah.
So we just got our lovely yellow valve cover back from Powder Coat, and we're gonna be installing it on the K car. That way we can work right back on the E36.
Looks like shit.
Thanks, Matt. I picked it just so you know. So a lot of gaskets, especially Europeans, they'll have like a half moon. So you always want to put a dab of this in there, because it will leak from there. Trust me. I know. Alright, so our fabricator lands just finished up welding all the reinforcements, trailing pocket, subframe mounting points, and as you can see, there's no more hole. So it is possible to fix that. That's gonna hold on pretty well. So next we're gonna just give it a couple coats of paint to make sure no rust builds up into there, and then we're gonna continue on with the front end while that dries up. And then after that, we're gonna just put the rear end back together with the reinforced subframe, powder coated, and all of our poly bushings installed. Throw it back in there, try to hurry up and get on the ground, because we need to wrap it on, I think Thursday, I believe, is getting wrapped. So we need to hurry.
Well, that was a long day, about 14 hours roughly. So we got a lot done today though. So Tito and the team managed to end up removing the whole rear subframe, changing the front oil pan gasket. We ended up finding out that one of the holes was severely ripped, the mounting points on the back of the E36. So we ended up having to repair that and then reinforce it and then paint it. So while it's actually drying overnight, we're gonna end up probably coming again tomorrow early and then reassembling all of the new suspension tomorrow. We're going to put the ground control coilovers on it, our adjustable arms, all that stuff. So hopefully some reassembly will start tomorrow because we don't have much time. We have the very next day's Thursday, and at that point the wrapping people are coming to wrap the new livery on the car. So running out of time, but getting it done. We got a lot done today. We'll get even more done tomorrow.
Just wave by at the camera.
Oh.
I said wave at the camera.
Not gangbang.
Out.
Toodaloo, motherfucker. What?
What's up, homie?
It's closing time. Go home.
What's up, brother?
That's good.